What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy Easy Work Boxing, man. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's easy to do that. You know what I'm saying? Say whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? We don't care over here. You know, no bias talk, no racism. I just keep it fair and square about the sport that we love. You understand me? We gotta talk about Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford. I ain't been talking about this fight for real. Y'all already know who Easy going with. I'm going with Terrence Crawford. Not because he's black. Let's get this understood. But because he's the better all around fighter than me. But we take nothing away. We take nothing away from Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? This dude's a juggernaut in the sport of boxing. Powerful, strong, young, in his prime fighter. You know, it's very hard to go against someone if you really are a fan of boxing and you know that, you know, Terrence Crawford is actually supposed to lose this fight. You know, you can't count out Canelo Alvarez. You know, as I say, you know, power puncher, you know, very much experience in the ring with 62 fights, 63 fights. You know what I'm saying? He done fought some of the best out here. But we're going to go in and we finna get in. We finna dig in right now. Why y'all out here acting like Canelo Alvarez just fought Amir Khan, who was at a lower weight? Why y'all ain't talking about Josito Lopez? See, we gonna get into it like that. That's what time it is. Cause it's they hiding stuff and they ain't like they don't know what's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? Canelo ain't got the 800. He got a good resume with a lot of list of fighters. But if you want to break it down and dissect it, but we're gonna talk about this little part right here. Why ain't y'all talking about the fact that Canelo Alvarez fought Josito Lopez, who's a 147 pounder, just like he made Amir Khan fight him when he was at 160? Why y'all ain't talking about that? And this ain't just about being no fan of neither one of them. This just mishaps today for getting to mention. Why y'all out here acting like Canelo Alvarez ain't never been beat before? Why y'all ain't been acting like Canelo Alvarez ain't never been beat before? He lost to Floyd Mayweather, smaller fighter. I know y'all want to say Canelo was green then, even though he was beating up on Trouts and many other fighters who had skills too. But he was green because he went against the seasoned Floyd Mayweather and got beat up. Huh? That's what y'all want to talk? Okay. Then we're going to talk about the first Triple G fight that he really lost. I ain't watched no more after that because I ain't want to see it after they cheated Triple G out that first fight. Triple G won that first fight. This ain't bashing Canelo. This just keeping it 100. Well, they ain't said nothing about Zito Lopez and Canelo. They don't say nothing about the fact that he lost to a small, older Floyd Mayweather. He lost to a smaller, older Floyd Mayweather. Let's remember that. Then moved up in weight. And which I want to go into some. I'm gonna let somebody else talk about that Kovalev and Canelo fight. I ain't gonna say it myself. I'm gonna wait till somebody say it in the comments. See, I don't know how to let these show on YouTube no more. But I'm gonna let somebody in the comments talk about Canelo Alvarez and that Sergey Kovalev fight. And when I see it, then I'm gonna go in on it. But let's not forget with Canelo Alvarez. Today he's dominant. In fact, he surpassed Floyd Mayweather in legacy. He's become undisputed. The biggest accomplishment in boxing. Floyd Mayweather was never undisputed. He's accomplished that. But let's not forget about the Josito Lopez and the small and the older fighters he was out there picking and cherry picking on. And I don't want to bring it up about the steroid run for undisputed. When he got caught with the meat and all of a sudden he wanted to fight 5 times in a row, that's because he didn't want them steroids that he was using to wear off in the process, so he kept picking fight after fight after fight because he knew he was super juice. But when he ran up on Bivol, he wasn't super juice no more. When he ran, this ain't no hating, this is all facts. Canelo Alvarez to the Mexican people, much respect to y'all. Y'all warriors in the ring. Y'all bring boxing what the sport needs. Blood, guts, guts and glory Mexican fighters bring. And this is no hate on Canelo Alvarez. We just telling the truth. Okay? We just telling the truth. Let's not forget the fact that he fighting this fight to duck Benavidez. For the Mexican fans out there, while y'all some there, you know what I'm saying, hooping and hollering, Canelo Alvarez ducking David Benavidez to fight this fight. Cherry picking, not cherry picking again. Now when he go out there and get whooped, it's gonna be real embarrassing for him. Terrence Crawford got to go out there and demolish Canelo Alvarez. We gonna bring up the racism part of it. Y'all know how it is with black fighters in this sport. If Terrence Crawford don't go out there and look what they did to Floyd. Floyd literally whitewashed Canelo Alvarez, and it was a judge that still tried to give Canelo the fight. Terrence is gonna have to knock Canelo out, y'all. Terrence is gonna have to knock Canelo Alvarez out to get that victory, y'all. This ain't no excuse. Is Crawford gonna do better than Floyd? I don't think so. I don't think so. Both smart fighters, both, you know what I'm saying? Both got high IQs. Terrence more ferocious. Terrence more of a pretty boy Floyd than a Money Mayweather. Both got counter punching ability. Both got fast reflexes. But Floyd just on a level above Bud. Floyd a level or two above Bud, y'all. I just gotta keep it real. And I love Terrence Crawford. Well all around fighter, just like Floyd Mayweather. But Floyd just got that. Floyd, he was made special. It's a different situation. So no, I don't think that he's gonna do better than Floyd Mayweather at all. You know, I think it's gonna be if he stop Canelo, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be real better than what Floyd Mayweather did. But he gonna have to do that in order to walk away with this fight. They not finna let no. Do you know what this will place Terrence Crawford in the sport of boxing if you're a real boxing fan? As far as legacy, we ain't talk about whether you like him or not. As far as legacy, you gotta put Terrence Crawford in the top 10. You got to put Terrence Crawford in the top 10 as far as legacy and achievements. He got to go there. Let me say Cap Bud don't need the KI. He couldn't beat out of him to a convincing decision or get a knockdown or a mix of both. I don't know if Bud can stop Canelo, but Bud can beat him up bad and cut him. That's if it were to be stopped. I'm not saying by a knockout. I'm saying from an accumulation of punches that could possibly happen in the later rounds. I'm not saying that Bud has one punch power and just can stop Canelo Alvarez, because he didn't have one punch power just to stop Errol Spence. And he was slugging the hell out of Errol Spence. And we all seen that. But I think if Bud can break him down and get him tired enough after the 6th round or so, and he stepped to him and start counter punching him, I think by the 9th or 10th, if Bud stay on his ass, I'm talking about like he was on Spence's ass. If he can do that, which I'm not saying he can do, this ain't Spence. This ain't Spence. But if Bud can tire him out, move around that ring, body punch him, hold him on when he being aggressive, don't let Canelo get off, step back, start his offense again, Canelo gonna have a rough night. Canelo was built off offense. Canelo was built off strictly moving forward. Most of his opponents are scared of him. Most of his opponents be scared of him. If you go to Canelo, you stand in front of him, and you fight him, especially when he tires, wait till that power off of him. Hit him with some body shots. I know people like, well, it ain't gonna hurt him because Terrence smart. I mean, you a lie. Get punched in your stomach 6 times back to back. And I ain't never boxed before a day in my life. Get punched in your stomach 6 times back to back and see if you ain't gonna feel it. You could, from a child, a little child punch you in your stomach 6 times. So I think this is gonna be a hell of a fight. But Bud gonna have to seek and destroy. Which I'm not saying he ain't able to do. But he gonna have to seek and destroy. He gonna have to really go in there with his intentions that Canelo is a 154 pounder. That's how he gonna have to fight Canelo. But then y'all got to talk. Y'all they ain't talking about the sparring and the sparring partners, and y'all just seen he was in the ring with Adames, a 160 pounder, taking shots from Adames, even though with headgear. You know what I'm saying? But this gonna be something serious. This is a fight for, you know what I'm saying, history. This is a fight for legacy. This is a fight that's gonna be always remembered. At the end of the day. At the end of the day. Now y'all see some of the other topics. We finna go into some other topics right quick. Y'all gotta ride with me, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button if you're watching. Hit the like button if you're watching. Hey, Easy, read my message about Money Brown. He wants you to come over. He live right now. Body punching is the key. What do you want me to come live over there for? One of my first messages, the first segment. What Money Brown want me to come over there for? You want to say come over, he live right now. He said he didn't steal money from you. Instead, you came to him and paid $20 for an intro. And that you didn't know how to use one, saying that's on you. I ain't finna go there with Money Brown. Because see, if I go on Money Brown channel, people going to lose respect for me. Because one thing I do is don't lie about nothing. I sent him $25 on Cash App, and he sent me the intro that wasn't digital. He sent me the cheap, fast intro. That's on my mama. But Money Brown right now, we finna go into what we talking about on my channel. You know what I'm saying? 135 pound and 140 ducking issues that's going on in the sport of boxing. They need to have a Super 6 series for 135 pounds and 140. And if you ain't willing to join it, then you get stripped of your belt and you put at the bottom. Because it's too much ducking going on at 135 and it's too much ducking going on at 140. If they hot, them divisions hot right now, and they ain't willing to go out there and challenge themselves. Let me ask y'all, let me say this. Which, first of all, Shakur Stevens is Puerto Rican for the black people who finna get mad when I say this to Shakur. Shakur Stevenson, why ain't you trying to fight Raymond Mortale? Why Raymond Mortale and them say they've been trying to get you to fight since they was in the lineup for that title, and you ain't give them a shot? You went and fought somebody else, a no-name person. Shakur, why you simply going to fight Williams Zepeda when you could have a unification fight? Now, when it comes to that situation, I got to talk about something Shakur said, because we keep it a buck and 100 over here. Shakur Stevenson said that, hey, they trying to use me off the fact that they want to duck Andy Cruz. Now, for those who don't know about Andy Cruz, this was this dude who was beating up Keyshawn Davis in the Olympics. About 4 times he beat him up. About 4 times he beat him up. But, which, I got to put it out there, that kind of make Raymond look bad. Hey, Raymond, but could that be a duck move, too? Hey, Raymond, you talking about you want to fight me, which is a unification fight, which unification fights trump mandatories. So it's sounding more like a duck from Shakur Stevenson because a unification can trump a mandatory. He ain't got to worry about Andy Cruz right now if you really want to fight. I love you, Shakur. You a hell of a fighter. You a hell of a fighter, but we keep it real over here. If you wanted to fight Raymond Mortale, which is a unification, y'all pay Andy Cruz some step aside money. You and Mortale could get it on because one of y'all could become unified. Whoever win. But you ain't trying to do that though. You went and fought Williams Zepeda. Williams Zepeda, who ain't got damn title. Who you knew. And Oscar De La Hoya and them knew that you was going to beat the hell out of that boy and you was going to beat him easy. Because of your style. Because they know boxing. Even real fans who've been watching boxing for years knew you was going to beat Williams Zepeda. That was easy to pick. If you watch boxing. Not to take it away from Zepeda, hell of a fighter. But why ain't you hollering at Ray? Ray said he been looking for you. He want to fight you. Why you ain't trying to fight Raymond Mortala? You keep talking about Tank. And hold on. And you keep talking about Tank. Let's talk about Tank too. Now this funny. Guess who in line up to fight Tank? Floyd Schofield. And some of y'all gonna say, oh, Floyd Schofield ain't nobody just because he beat up Tevin Farmer. That don't mean nothing. Tank ain't fight Tevin Farmer. He ducked Tevin Farmer. He ducked Lomachenko. Tank ain't fight Tevin Farmer. Yeah, like he's scared to fight Shakur Stevenson. He made Ryan Garcia come in a catch weight in a rehydration clause. But guess who in line for him? Floyd Schofield and Andy Cruz. Now, ain't that funny? We getting a Jake Paul fight? Damn. You won't fight your rematch with Lamont Roach, a 130-pounder, a 130-pounder. You won't fight him again. You got Floyd Schofield on your back for the WBA title. Then behind him, you got Andy Cruz. Tank ducking. Oh yeah, and Shakur. And the Cruz, your mandatory. Shakur, I love you, Shakur. Hell of a boxer. I think you one of the best. But we brings it up over here. We talk about real. I love you, brother. You a $1 million man, got a career, you successful, able to take care of your children. We talking about boxing over here. It's nothing against your homie. We just bring it how it is. Andy Cruz, your mandatory. Just like he is Raymond Mortala. Just like Andy Cruz, Raymond Mortala's mandatory. Oh, Tank finna run with that money. Tank finna go. Tank finna run and retire with that money. That Jake Paul money, Tank finna leave boxing for that money. Tank finna leave boxing for that money. Damn, Jake Paul. And folks out here trying, I don't care what you say, you're still gonna watch it. That's if you choose to watch it. There's other stuff to do on a Saturday night. You go to the club, you go to your sister's house, your mama's house. You ain't necessarily got to watch a bullshit circus fight. But you know what's funny? Everybody talk about weight classes for a reason. When Terrence Crawford trying to be great in a legitimate fight. Terrence Crawford trying to be great in a legitimate fight. Everybody, what it is? Weight matters. Weight is important. Weight divisions matter. That's why they got weight divisions. But when Tank finna go out here and fight a Jake Paul, ain't nobody talking about weight no more. It's just gonna be the historical. It's gonna be a entertaining night. It's gonna be a night for boxing. This is not a night for boxing. This is a night for entertainment with gloves on. There's weight classes for a reason. But then Tank, little bitty ass, little bitty 5'5", 5'6" ass, who out here boxing at 135 pounds, who say he can't go no farther than 140, or he won't go no farther than 140. And y'all finna go watch a match where he finna go fight a 190 pounder. 190 pounder. I guess weight classes don't matter no more. What you know what they gonna give? You know what they gonna do? It's gonna be a draw. Remember me telling y'all this. If that fight truly happened, it's going to be a draw. Cause Tank ain't finna walk out no exhibition with a loss on his record from Jake Paul. And Jake Paul can continue on his BS fights and paying people to lose for him because it's gonna look like he didn't lose to Tank. It was a draw. It's gonna be a draw, y'all. Remember me telling y'all that. Tank versus Paul gonna be a draw. Exhibition draw. Now let's talk about Haney versus Norman. How y'all feel about Haney? Hold up, no, I'm skipping. I'm skipping. See, y'all supposed to been with me on the ducking. Y'all supposed to been with me on the ducking. Hold up, because we gotta go to 140 next. 140. Richardson Hitchens. Gary Antoine Russell, the Super WBA champion. Sergio Matias. Teofimo Lopez. Why ain't none of the 140 pounders out there trying to challenge Gary Antoine Russell? I'm not saying that Gary Antoine Russell can't be beat. Puella beat him in a close fight. I'm not saying Gary Antoine Russell can't be beat. But why Hitchens ain't mentioned Gary Antoine Russell? He want to go and fight. Who he say he want to fight? He did want to fight another champion though. Teofimo Lopez. He did want to fight another champion, Teofimo Lopez, but mostly, well, I ain't, hold on, let me take that back. I ain't really heard him say nothing about he want to fight Teofimo Lopez. He wants to fight Devin Haney. See, this what I don't like about the sport of boxing. Why are y'all out here trying to fight dudes that ain't got belts in y'all divisions? But see, y'all think it's something because they challenging other opponents. They're saying they're willing to challenge other opponents that's coming to the weight class or that's not in their weight class, but they won't challenge themselves against the fighters that's in their weight class. And y'all don't see it as ducking. And that's the damn problem. How are you calling out Devin Haney who ain't never fought? Devin Haney going to 147. You keep talking about Devin Haney, but yet you got Gary Antoine Russell. You got Sergio Matias. You got Teofimo Lopez that you can go after to become undisputed. Why are you talking about Devin Haney? It need to be a Super 6 series at 135 and one forte. One forte. It need to be a Super 6 series. If you don't get in the competition, you lose your belt and you go at the bottom of the line. I'm tired of seeing all these prospects being talked about as if they the one, but ain't none of them fighting each other. 135, Floyd Schofield, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, Raymond Mortalla, Andy Cruz, William Zepeda, Abdullah Mason. Who else we got up down here? Mark Masayo. We got names. We got names at 135. We just had Keyshawn Davis Who finna run and duck. Mr. I can't make 135 no more. Boy, you can make 135. You just didn't want to make it because you was fighting De Los Santos. You made it every other time. We never heard you once say, "Oh, you know this. I'm too big for the division. I'm possibly gonna leave soon." Oh, it's after you come in heavy against De Los Santos because you wanted to padding your jaw up with that weight. Then all of a sudden you couldn't wait. You couldn't make 135 no more. So what you gonna do now? You finna retire. See, y'all gotta remember this retirement talk that's what it's time to do when the division gets hot. When it's too many head hunters, when it's too many head honchos in the division. Just like Floyd Mayweather did. The blueprint is Floyd Mayweather's blueprint. When the division's getting too hot and it's too many real challenges that they're gonna have to face, retirement. I'm done. See, that's what Andre Ward did. No, I didn't see that, Breeze. See, it's a lot of capping and no, we won't see these fights. Stop letting them fool y'all. Don't call out nobody but the fighters who in your weight class. We don't want to hear you call out no Tank if he ain't in your weight class. We don't want to hear you talk about no superficial fights to the young guys that's coming up. All this, he should go and fight him. No. Unified fights, they trump all that. Shakur, fight Raymond Mortala. Shakur, fight Raymond Mortala. Tank Davis, fight Shakur Stevenson. Raymond Mortala. Abdullah Mason. Undisputed is the thing in boxing. Richardson Hitchens, fight Gary Antoine Russell. Gary Antoine Russell already out there saying that he used to beat you up back in the day in the amateurs. Now, if you got some anger issues versus somebody, that's who you need to be wanting to get redemption from. Ain't it funny that they always say before they make it big, "Oh, I want my rematch with this person. I want my rematch with that person," when they got whooped. But just like him and Keyshawn Davis, which is Richard Hitchison and Gary Antoine Russell, he won't fight Gary Antoine Russell for a unification fight. Richardson Hitchens, he calling out Devin Haney, who at 147. Not Gary Antoine Russell. Then we got Keyshawn Duck Davis up at 135, who said when Andy Cruz comes to 135 from across that water, he was going to give him his big boy card for his defeats in the Olympics. When Andy Cruz get across the water, oh, he going to have to earn his way. Oh, he ain't up on my level yet. Andy Cruz ain't did enough yet. But you said when he come across that water, you was going to tap on his head. See, this is what y'all letting them get away with. And he's in your division. If you was going to show him that the amateurs and the pros are different, that was your best time. Now we got to talk about Brian Norman versus Devin Haney. Brian Norman versus Devin Haney. This been a, and the sad thing about it is this fight don't happen until November. We got to wait all this time and talk about this fight. You know, they need to pull that closer. You know, well, I know September coming, but November ain't that far away. But to announce it in early August, end of July, that was terrible. Because you leaving us waiting for all anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? Car wreck, hurt yourself, whatever. But Devin Haney is has battered women syndrome. I'm telling y'all, Devin Haney has battered woman syndrome, and y'all don't even see it. He did a spectacular job against going out there fighting Ramirez, which Ramirez, if his feet ain't planted, he don't really throw punches. It was a great job by Devin Haney now. But Devin Haney literally ran because he did not want to be hit. He did not want to be hit. This is not the same Devin Haney, y'all. I'm not saying that he can't come out victorious in his fight, but this is not the same Devin Haney. He took no tune-up fights. He took no fights to build confidence, which a lot of y'all say, they don't lose confidence. You a lie. Being a human being and failing or losing to another man will make you lose confidence in a certain way. But I guess y'all know, But he didn't take any tune-up fights. Nothing to make him go out there and feel confident in this situation. He fought Ramirez, a fighter who, which y'all already know, they pick certain fighters. They pick fighters that they know they can get off on. They know he don't move, or like I said, they knew that Ramirez, came behind the jab and he wouldn't punch unless his feet was planted. So that's why you seen Devin Haney moving all night, which was Samoa boxing. You can't be mad. Well, people get mad because they say it was boring. But Devin Haney's still sharp. He's still a counterpuncher. A very fast counterpuncher at that. But Devin Haney literally cherry-picked Ramirez because they knew that Ramirez, if he can't plant his feet, he can't do anything. They knew that. But going against Brian Norman, he's totally different. See, Brian Norman's job is not to go out there and box Devin Haney. If you go out there and he box Devin Haney, you wrong. That's not your job. You ain't got to prove to Devin Haney you a better boxer. He cuts off the ring, body attack, head attack. He wasn't supposed to waste no energy. He probably throw some jabs. Hopefully try to land some real jabs, but use the jab to push Devin in the corner and body, head. And that need to be his game plan all night. No standing in front of Devin Haney talking about I'm finna show you I can box. No, that's how you gonna lose. Just cut off the ring, body, head. Back up, reset. Devin move again, jab, feint jab, body, head. And we ain't boxing, we fighting. That's what Brian Norman need to do. Now he go out there and he try to box Devin Haney, he gonna lose. If you let Devin Haney get in his head with that, I'm a better boxer than you ain't on my level and all that, he gonna have a rough night. I think Devin can get back pre-Ryan. He can box Norman to a win, but if not, Norman will KO him. Yeah, he can box him, but that's if Brian Norman allow him to box him. If Brian Norman go in there, like I just said, and not trying to box and fight Devin Haney, Haney fans, y'all gonna be upset. Y'all gonna be real upset. Now, if Brian Norman let Devin Haney get in his head, I'm better boxer than you. I'm more elite than you. You can't outbox me. Doing all that like Floyd used to do. He gonna go out there and try to box Devin Haney and he gonna lose. We'll probably see Brian Norman start doing stuff in the later rounds when his dad is getting on him because he's not doing what he's supposed to do. That's when we're gonna see Brian Norman become different in the fight that day. Let's talk about Gary Russell Jr.'s return. Seems to still to be in form. I just need to see one more fight from him if he got it. He's cooked a lot of guys. Gary Russell Jr.? Let's just be real with Gary Russell Jr. Gary ain't cook. Gary ain't really cooked nobody. Gary ain't really cooked nobody. No, I can't do that. I know they gonna be like, man, damn, you be going in on black fighters. Gary ain't cooked nobody. When Gary people when Gary Russell Jr. ever had a big fight besides Lomachenko? For real. And he lost that. Who Gary that cooked? Who Gary that cooked? He talking about going out there fighting Lamont Roach and man, bro. All that fastest hand in boxing and you having the longest reign as welterweight champion at what 126 because you was fighting every year. Y'all come on and cut that out, man. I used to love Gary Russell Jr. till he started acting like a female and started hating on Terrence Crawford and saying he did this and he did that. And I used to have a lot of respect for Gary Russell Jr. I still have respect for him for getting in the ring and taking the risk of giving us entertainment. I still have respect for him. But as far as a man, I wouldn't dare hang around Gary Russell Jr. I wouldn't dare hang. And I looked at it because they had a father that he was a 10 toes down type of dude. But when he went and did that against Terrence Crawford, when Terrence ain't say nothing about you, nothing about you, that was lame to me. I don't know. Some of y'all may say, hey, anything to entertain, anything to push a fight for, but bro, you don't. A man ain't said nothing about you, and you sitting there talking about me, bro. What is you on, bro? What is you on? I ain't said nothing about you, bro. Nothing. Hold on. Jerron Ennis up here talking about some he needs some tune-up fights at 154. He number 2 for the already for the WBA. He number two for Sebastian Fundora fight. He number 2 for Alexander Zayas, the WBO champion. I want to see Jerron Ennis versus Erickson Lubin. Yeah. Oh, and Bakrim Murataliyev, the IBF champion. They ain't got him up there in the ranks with him. I bet they don't got him up because he a problem up there at 154 too. I bet he ain't in that ranking, but he in the ranking for Terrence Crawford. He in the ranking for number 2 at Sebastian Fundora and Alexander Zayas, but he gonna fight nobody. But y'all talking about this the dude who was gonna beat Bud, and y'all over there talking about some heat sparring with Canelo. So in this ducking everything, you over there sparring with Canelo, which ain't no hate in that. You gotta get your bread. Canelo probably paying good money. Even though they saying Boots over there beating up on Canelo, got his head swollen in the front. I'm just talking about from what Blue Blood Sports said. But they say he over there getting swelled up by Jerron Ennis. And if you over there getting swelled up by Jerron Ennis, we could just imagine what Terrence Bud Crawford gonna do to you. But Terrence gotta win. He gotta really go out there and do what it do. 160 pounds. They got Janabek, Laura, Carlos Adames, and Janabek. I don't know how to say his name. That's a good lineup for the titles. Canelo Alvarez. But y'all ain't talking about the fact that Canelo really ducking Dave Benavidez with this fight. Y'all ain't really talking about that. Eddie Hearn trying to milk Boots as long as he can. Yeah, but he can't milk them. I don't know what type of contract they got with Boots, but you can't milk a fighter that ain't out there doing nothing. I can't make no money off you if you ain't out here challenging yourself. I just told y'all he number two and already. He number two already at 154 and ain't finna fight nobody. A Virgil Ortiz at 154. When we finna have that fight, nothing. Not no Virgil Ortiz fight. But see, they don't be keeping it real on Boots though. They don't be keeping it real on Boots. They don't tell the truth off the fact that this boy done piggyback off Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence's name. They don't tell the truth that Boots piggyback off their name. I just told y'all about the situation of how fighters, when they first start their career, they go and beat 17 journeymen, become 15-0, 16-0. Edgar Berlanga is proof that I'm telling y'all the truth. Edgar Berlanga was beating up nobody. And then all of a sudden, Edgar Berlanga became a big name because he was hanging around Fat Joe and Lil Wayne though. Which ain't got nothing to do with boxing. They first 15 fights is for them to get experience and win. And Edgar Berlanga is living proof of that. See, this is the thing about boxing too. You know who was using steroids when they get in their later years. You know who was using steroids when they get in their later years. All of a sudden you see a certain part of them disappear. You know who's using some in their later years. Yeah, Edgar Berlanga, he ain't big as he was. He's supposed to beat Canelo. See, this how you know. See, it's something about like what Floyd Mayweather said. It's a different thing when we under the lights. So a lot of people think he just saying that. No, he really letting you know. When you see all that attention, them lights, and you got to walk out to me, and on the headliner, it's different. You got to go back into you gotta ignore the outside people and fight like you in the gym. See, it's a different ball game when you under them lights. It's a different ball game when you under them lights. Well, yeah, you might have fought such and such. You might have fought this person. But when you come out there and you fight me and you see them cameras everywhere, you see that crowd up there, yeah. That gonna make you realize, oh, I'm in the real deal. And the fighter that may beat that dude is the fighter that ain't scared. Been waiting his whole life for this. This one moment under these lights can change my life. I can have everything I want if I beat this dude. That fighter that ain't scared that night, that's the one that's gonna walk away with everything. Yeah, this ain't nothing but a gym. Forget the lights, forget the people. Move how you move. Do what you do. Do what you do. But they don't sit up here and talk about the fact that Canelo Alvarez fought Josito Lopez too at 147 pounds. Y'all ain't noticed that happen. Go back, and this is what I'm telling everybody watch. Hit your like button if you're watching. Please hit your like button. Go back and look at the highlights and the press conferences and the comparisons between Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. They have yet to mention the fact they keep talking about Amir Khan, but they will not say that he fought Josito Lopez, who was a 147 pound. Just trying to make it look good. You see what I'm saying? See, because they know it's a lot of casuals out here who don't watch and who don't pay attention. So they know a lot of people ain't been watching boxing for years, so they're going to say, okay, well, he fought a guy that challenged him, who was some weight classes smaller. So, yeah, I can understand the fight now. I can understand him fighting Terrence Crawford now. But you not realizing that he's really ducking David Benavidez. Which is going to be worse for him when he go out here and get beat up by Crawford. Because they not talking about the fact that he fought Josito Lopez. But I guarantee you, if Crawford, which I know he will be, if Crawford is victorious on fight night, I bet you Josito Lopez name come up then. See, they just want you to justify a fight with Terrence Crawford. Josito Lopez wasn't a star like that. Amir Khan was only a star in the UK. He wanted to be global. So he fought Canelo Alvarez. Floyd wasn't fighting. Which, in my opinion, Floyd Mayweather did duck Amir Khan. You can say Amir Khan ain't got the skills. It's all about points and fast hands and longer jabs. Points, fast hands, and longer jabs. Floyd did not. In fact, he put up a poll. See, this is how you know people who be watching boxing and people who don't. Floyd Mayweather put up a poll. Who do y'all want me to fight? Maidana or Amir Khan? Everybody said Amir Khan. He picked Marcos Maidana. If you think I'm capped, go look it up. People picked Amir Khan over Marcos Maidana, and Floyd Mayweather picked Amir Khan. Yeah. But I'm finna get up off here now. I gotta get up off here. I gotta go. Is Money Brown still making videos? Hey, Breezy, is Money Brown still talking? Go look on his channel and see if he's still talking and tell him I'm finna come on his channel. Is Money Brown still recording right now? I'm talking about for real. I don't like people be lying, bro. I hate a liar. Matter of fact, let me look. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up Money Brown TV. Cause Money Brown, you lying. You lying on me, boy. Oh, he just finished 27 minutes ago. Get in touch with Money Brown. Tell him anybody know how to get in touch with Money Brown? Tell him come on my channel. I'm finna send him the link and everything. I'm sending him a link right now. Come on, Money Brown. Come on, bring your ass. This is exactly what I'm texting him. Come on, bring your ass, Money Brown. Bring your ass on, matters of fact. Matters of fact. They won't let me put the ASS on now. So I gotta be shit. Come on, boy. Canelo about to hurt Crossfish. We gonna see, baby. We gonna see. Come on, Money. Oh, they had the crazy. They don't want to let me do nothing. Come on, Money. We gotta get this straight with Money Brown, because I don't like people lying on me. Shout out to Money Brown, though. Shout out to the Money Brown fans. They won't let me get back on now. We weren't able to add your reply. Please try again. Yeah, I would. Canelo gotta go out there and he gotta Crawford gotta go out there and dominate that fight. Yeah. But Crawford, he got to go on Canelo stoppage. Hey, like I keep telling y'all, Crawford don't supposed to win this fight at all. We got 6 minutes left. We're going to see if Money Brown will come on here in these 6 minutes. But we got 6 minutes left. Crawford ain't supposed to win this fight at all, y'all. And that's not an excuse. It's just by, you know what I'm saying, the weight size and this, that, and the other. So if Crawford go out there and beat him, top greatest of all time. 3 divisional undisputed champion. Not saying 3 division undisputed champion ain't happened before, but in the 4 weight class of this era, come on, man. Come on, man.
New users can now get NFL Sunday Ticket.
Come on, man. Crawford only going to humiliate Omaha, losing to a Mexican. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. In about 16 days. In about 16 days, we gonna see who the baddest man is. You understand me? So everybody get ready for it. It's going down. I told y'all I got Crawford, man. I got Crawford, man. Who y'all picking September 13th? Let me know who y'all picking. Please hit that like button if you're watching. Please hit that like button if you're watching, man. Canelo. Bud finna make a statement. Okay. Who y'all got, man? Who y'all got? Hit that like button. Let me know who y'all got. Turkey said no running allowed. Bud all day. The aircraft carrier. Jose Chavez. Turkey said no running allowed. Ain't gonna be no running, baby. Ain't gonna be no running, baby. Ain't gonna be no running, baby. It's gonna be clear cut boxing. You understand me? Terrence gonna make it do what it do. Terrence gonna make it do what it do. When y'all seen them later rounds, when Terrence started, y'all like, no. A lot of which were thinking. TC said he going ultra instinct blue on Nello. Translation, he gonna show the full toolbox on this one. Crawford gonna run like a chicken. Yeah, he might. You never know. You never know. That's what we gotta watch it for. Now, instead of watching and worry about Jake Paul, y'all gotta worry about this fight. Watch this fight. This the fight that's for the world. This real deal boxing fight. This legacy. This for undisputed. This for legacy. This for undisputed. This is the fight to watch if you ain't never watched. And then it's on Netflix. You understand me? It's on Netflix. Pay your $21, your $7.99, whatever you got to pay, and you watching a fight. You in there like swimwear to see Canelo Alvarez lose. To see Canelo Alvarez lose to Terrence Crawford. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, brother. I don't know if your name is Bomona. Yes, sir, Bomona. That's the most important thing. Both men come out safe and go home to their family. Canelo stepping in there with the Grim Reaper. We shall see. I hope so. Real question, are y'all going to clown Crawford if he runs? No, they ain't going to be allowed to run. You know, Turk already said that running stuff over with. That ring going to be small. But see, there's a this is something we got to get real clear right now. There's a difference between running and moving. There's a difference between running and footwork and movement. All right? Let's make sure we get that understood before this fight happened. But we don't want to hear no crying. Oh, Terrence was moving too much. Terrence kept going to the left and to the right. Terrence wouldn't stand still and let Canelo hit him. That ain't what boxing about. So before we even go into that, let's stop the crying. Let's stop the crying already. Oh, Bud wouldn't stand still. Bud kept moving his feet. He wasn't in the box. He wanted to be a track star. Well, how you win off punches? That's not boxing. He kept moving. It's not fair. Oh, Canelo had a car crash. He didn't tell him. Hold on before we get off. Hold on before we get off in case Canelo Alvarez lose. Oh, Canelo had a car injury. He didn't tell anybody before he fought Terrence. Oh, last fight, Canelo got punched in his eye socket. Oh, he was sparring boots, and his eye socket got ruptured, and that's why Terrence beat him, because his eye socket got ruptured. It was a lady in a red dress came by and poisoned Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez couldn't make 168 pounds no more. He was draining himself to make 168 pounds. He wasn't supposed to be fighting at 168 anymore. He did that because it was a money fight. Not to mention that he ducking David Benavidez. He did that because it was a money fight. He couldn't make 168 no more. That's why Terrence won. Him and Terrence should have fought at 175. If Terrence so good, why don't he fight Benavidez next? You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a bunch of excuses. Bunch of excuses. Boxing, see, this is what people get confused at. Real men go toe to toe. No. No. If I can box you and beat you up for my movement, you just finna get beat up. Ain't nobody gotta stand toe to toe with you. Ain't nobody gotta stand toe to toe with you. If I can move to the left and the right and keep punching you in your eye and you can't hit me, you finna keep getting punched in your eye. It ain't got nothing to do with real men standing toe to toe. Okay. Since you a real man, you stand up there toe to toe while I'm moving and popping you in your face. Stand toe to toe. You a real man. Boop. I'm gonna be hitting you straight in your face. You a real man. You are. I swear. Boop. Yeah, you a real. You. Boop. Yep. Keep being a real man. I love fighting real men. Boop. Yeah, keep being. Yeah. Think I'm gonna be a real man with you when I can beat you up and move. Yeah. Yeah, that's real smart. I ain't gotta stand there and let you punch on me. Who the hell said that? But hey, this your boy Easy, man. I gotta go and get up off here. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in to the channel. Please share the video. You know, please hit the like button if you want to show some support to the channel. You see it at the bottom of the channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. You ain't got to go agree with me. You know, I like to hear other comments that make me look at things differently. Please comment and please hit your like buttons before you leave. This your boy Easy. I'm out, man.